guys, Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video, and today I got what if Goku was sent to the MHA verse part 2. And I know it's been a long time since I posted part 2 on this. 3 months. I do apologize for that. I do apologize for not uploading for that long, but will try my best to keep uploading. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, watch the two what ifs that I've already uploaded. Make sure to go check those out. What if Deku was Isekai to ReZero, or watch what if Naruto had Dragon Slayer powers. But with all that being said, let's finally begin this what if scenario. So what I forgot to cover in the last part is how Goku actually got there. And if I'm still gonna be reading this actual, well, what if from Wattpad. I did read the first part, or read some of it, but there were a lot of plot holes that the author kind of hadn't covered yet. He might have in the later on parts, but I'm deciding to not basically read the story anymore, but go off from what I want to do, basically from the top of my head. So yeah, hopefully you still do enjoy the story, but we move. So Goku getting there. So Goku doesn't have Super Saiyan or any of those abilities yet, because if he did, he'd most likely solo the verse already. And even with Kaioken, I reckon Goku would do solidly. He would basically be already above All Might with Kaioken, and his Kaioken can reach about ×3, and maybe ×4, pushing the limits. He can only go for about 3 to 5 minutes tops in Kaioken ×4, and it's very strenuous on the body. So yeah, we move from this as now. So how did Goku actually get here? Let's just say him getting here was a complete mistake. As you know, Goku finished training with King Kai and all that. When he finally tries to arrive back to Earth, when he gets sent back to Earth, right? He ends up falling from the bridge again. As you know, he was running at full speed back down to Earth, right? Going back to Earth. As you know, Goku is somewhat clumsy, as he did fall off the bridge once before. It didn't happen in canon, but this time, let's just say he was running a bit too fast, went a little too close to the edge and slipped and fell, as he fell back down to that fluffy clouded area. But this time, let's say he landed in the area where teleportation was kind of active at the current moment. And this is pure plot armor. There's no way this would have ever happened. That's why I'm covering with a bit of plot, because there's no way that's actually going to happen. But yeah, he basically fell through there and ended up getting sent to a different Earth. So that's why he's here. And Goku doesn't know exactly where he is, but he knows that he has to try to get back to where his Earth is, or where his world is. But right now, he's gonna somewhat enjoy his time here while he can. But his main objective is to currently get back to his world, or his Earth. But he can't currently do that at the current moment. But anyways, now we've covered some of that, we finally move to what happens. So, as I was saying in the last part, he did do the entrance exam, and he ended up completely destroying the robot portion. And he does not pass, absolutely does not pass the written exam. He does not pass that written exam, because you know Goku, my boy Goku, he has 0 IQ at all. He does not know how to do nothing. He's married and he doesn't know what a kiss is, so he's kind of that stupid. So, Nezu gave him a special option, and that special option is that Goku will not participate in normal classroom curriculums, but will only participate in hero portions. So Goku doesn't really do anything in class until it's hero training. So yeah, that's basically what Goku has to do. So yeah, and they did watch Goku absolutely demolish that, and he did give All Might some excitement, basically motivation to get stronger himself. So he lit a fire under Deku, All Might, and basically everyone there who was watching. And we move from this as Goku's now attending his own first day of UA. As he walks along, he's in his school uniform, since, he has no other option but to use the school uniform or else he's in trouble. So he uses the school uniform, basically trying to loosen up his tie a little bit, saying, "Dang, this is too tight. Can't believe Deku has to wear this every single day. It's such a drag." As Goku just chuckles, saying, "Well, let's get this day over with." As you know, Goku isn't really fond of school. He doesn't really like studying, even though his grandpa, I think, taught him a few things here and there. Nothing too special, but he never really liked it. And I don't think he ever will in canon as well. So anyways, we move from this. As Deku was walking, he also ran into Goku, as Goku would wave, saying, "Hi! Hey Deku, how you been?" As Deku would give him a soft smile, saying, "Hey Goku, how are you doing?" Actually, I said the same question twice, but Deku would actually reply, saying, "Yeah, good, what about you?" As Goku would say, with a smile, saying, "Well, I'm doing great. So, do you know where our class is? Because I currently do not know where that is." As Deku would say, "Yeah, sure, follow me. I'll show you where the class is." As both of them start having a bit of small talk, here and there. They start chatting it up, and, Goku is already becoming close friends with Deku, as Deku is growing fonder and fonder of Goku, and he sees Goku as a very nice friend, and like somewhat of a mentor himself, because Goku is still older, and he is married himself. So yeah, he's married himself. He's worried about his people over there in the other world, but yeah, we move. As Deku and Goku walk through the hallways and find their classroom. As Goku would look at the door, saying, "Whoa, this door! It's huge. Are there giants in this classroom?" As Deku would chuckle, saying, "I thought the same thing on my first day, but no, there's no giants here." As Goku would say, "Oh, okay." As they both open the door, or Deku opens the door, as Goku and Deku both walk in, as everyone starts staring at Goku, as Bakugo would give him that look, that strange look, saying, "Another extra," he would say. As Deku and Goku would start walking to the class, Goku decides to sit near a girl, or actually no, he decides to sit near some of the boys, or some people he found pretty cool. And the first people he found that were kind of cool people to him were Deku, Ida, Kirishima. I reckon Kirishima would be a great friend, and he'd also find himself fond with Todoroki. And he decided to sit at the back, and he decided to sit at the back next to Yaoyorozu, or just in front of Yaoyorozu, as Goku would walk up to her, saying, "Hey, you mind if I sit here?" Giving her a smile, as Momo smiles back, saying, "No, not at all." And as Goku sits right there, and Aizawa opens the door and says, "Shut up, everyone. Let's get this day over with. I need to go take a nap." So, he starts teaching his lesson, and his lesson is about, some math and stuff like that. He starts teaching his regular curriculums, as Goku wouldn't be paying attention at all. He'd be flat on his face, asleep, not paying attention. As, I did say in the last part, I did forget to mention that they did do the quirk exam earlier on, so yeah, they did do that on that exact day. But they didn't go through the classroom, so that's why we're doing this all over. But anyways, we move from this. As Goku, would continue sleeping until he could sense him, All Might. As Goku wakes up and scratches his eye, saying, so the boss man's finally here. As he chuckles, as the door opens wide, as you'd see the man himself, the number one hero, bust through the door, saying, I am here," or something like that. Actually, no, he would say, walking through the door like a normal person, like he did in canon, as everyone would say, "All Might!" as Bakugo would finally stop making that frowning face and start smiling, saying, "It's hero training," as he basically punches his fist into his hand as he kind of makes a small little explosion, saying, "It's time to train." As everyone in the class is excited because, they're gonna train with All Might, the #1 hero. As they all start cheering, All Might tells them to get into their hero suits. As Goku, he doesn't have no fancy pants hero suit. He's just going with his own, his original blue and orange gi, his martial artist, signature, thing. He's wearing that. He's basically wearing what is on the thumbnail. That's basically what he's wearing. As Goku starts stretching, saying, nice to be back in my own clothes again. As he walks out, walking into Deku, saying, hey Deku. As he looks at Deku's hero suit, saying, whoa, you got a pretty funky looking suit there, Deku. As Deku basically chuckles, saying, hey, that's not nice. As they start talking and laughing. As now All Might tells them that their training today is going to be combat training. And this won't be heroes versus villains. This will be a battle royale. As All Might tells them that the objective of this battle royale is to be the last person standing. As Bakugo smiles, saying, a battle royale? That's just right up my alley. As he starts popping off some explosions, saying, hell yeah, I'm gonna cause some major damage out there. As he stares towards Deku. As Deku stares at him back, saying, I'm not gonna lose to you, Kachan. As Goku would see that there's a rivalry going on between many people in the classroom. As he smiles, saying, then that means I'm just gonna have to take the top spot. Yelling it out loud as everyone stares at him. As he says, there's no way I'm gonna lose this. As he starts stretching and getting ready for a fight. As All Might explains the rules of this battle royale, saying that you can also defeat an opponent not by just taking them out, by wrapping them with some tape as well. Actually, no, they won't have that rule since, it's not heroes versus villains. But the rules are, if you get knocked out, you're basically taken. Wait, no, let's see how this works. So this battle royale, if you get knocked out, you're out of the running. Or if you're unconscious or submit, you lose. That's basically it, and there's no hurting someone too badly with your quirk, and that's just about the gist of it. But anyways, we move from this. As the battle royale begins, Goku finds himself in a different spot in this fake city, as the first person he'd run into was Kirishima. As Kirishima would walk up to him saying, let's have a manly battle, Goku. As Goku would smile, saying, yeah, let's do this. As he gets into his fighting stance, Kirishima uses his hardening quirk, hardening his hands and rushing towards Goku, saying, I'm not gonna lose to you. As he throws his red gauntlet, saying, red gauntlet. As Goku basically dodges the attack with ease and goes with a spinning back elbow, elbowing Kirishima in the jaw, making him get dizzy from that one strike. That one strike got Kirishima to stumble backwards as his head or his vision starts to go blurry as he starts saying, damn it, as he spits blood out of his mouth, saying, it was a hard hit. As Goku's still in his fighting stance, saying, come on, Kirishima, is that all you got? As Kirishima would say, of course not. I'll show you what I can truly do. As Kirishima would rush forward again, with no plan in mind, and decides to take all of Goku's hits. As Goku starts pounding this man, hitting him with so many powerful punches and kicks, Kirishima is taking it like a tank, but his hardening ability is literally failing, as when Goku punched his arm with many punches and kicks, his hardening was literally weakening, and bit by bit, Goku was breaking through his defenses, and even with just a singular punch through his hardening would crack on impact. That's how powerful Goku's punches were. Of course, he was holding back, since he does that in real battles. He holds back before going to his full power. So he's holding back right now and just punching Kirishima. as Kirishima's hardening would crack bit by bit, as Goku would finally break through with a singular punch, as Kirishima's guard was raised by that one punch, as Kirishima would say, damn it, as Goku would basically take his stance, basically clenching his left fist, saying, "It's over," and punching him square in the gut, basically using a solar plexus punch that breaks through his defenses now, fully breaking his hardening defenses, as Kirishima would go, as he coughs out a bit of blood, as Kirishima, his eyes start to dilate as he basically gets knocked unconscious, as that blow was a powerful punch, as he drops down to the ground unconscious. As Goku continues searching around, whistling, saying, I hope I can find another strong opponent here. As he starts walking back and forth, or just starts walking, trying to find another person. In another part of the city, Deku is fighting his own battle. He's fighting his battle with the tape man, Sero, as Deku would start jumping about, using his full Kaling at 5%, as he'd see Sero trying to use his tape to basically get to him, as Deku would go in saying, dang it, I can't get too close or else he will use his tape. But I have an idea, as Deku would bounce off the building, or basically ricochet off the building, or, rebound off the building, towards Sero this time, as Sero would say, just, you fell for my little plan, as he uses his tape to try and, basically, capture Deku. But Deku would say, not on my watch, as he basically gets his fingers in motion as he was about to flick, saying, Air Force, as he flicks out a bullet of air, basically knocking that tape back. As he'd go closer, as he, basically continues using Air Force, destroying the tape that was getting sent towards him, as Deku would reel back his fist, saying, one for all, 5%, as he goes back, saying, Delaware, smash, as he punches Sero straight across the face, as Sero gets sent back down to the ground with a loud crash, as he broke the floor on his landing, saying, ah! As now Sero was unconscious from that, as Deku would say, that was close. As meantime, Bakugo and the others, Bakugo was currently dealing with his own battle, as he was dealing with the speedster of the class, Ida. As Ida was kind of making it difficult for Bakugo, but Bakugo, using his intense and abnormal fighting style, he manages to break through Ida's, insane speed, and manages to take him out with explosions. As now Todoroki, on the other hand, he was kind of struggling here, as he was battling against Dark Shadow, or he was battling against Tokoyami and Dark Shadow, as Dark Shadow continued to go and start attacking him, but Todoroki would also use his ice attacks, to keep him at bay, but he'd grow wilder and wilder, not becoming the actual Ragnarok, his beast form, basically the beast form of Dark Shadow. He's not in Ragnarok or anything. He's just going with more wild attacks that are basically able to knock back Shoto's ice, as Shoto doesn't know the weakness of, Tokoyami yet, as Tokoyami doesn't plan on revealing it, as Shoto is kind of at bay, but Todoroki decides to use his ice to skate across to basically close the distance, as, he's not very good with close quarters combat himself, so his only other option is to use his ice at close range, as he can't really make some projectiles with them to fire, so he's gonna have to use his heaven-piercing ice wall, as he basically closes the distance, as Dark Shadow charges towards him, as he'd get his hand ready, saying, take this heaven-piercing ice wall, as a massive glacier of ice basically encapsulates or captures Dark Shadow and Tokoyami, freezing them both in the process, as Todoroki would breathe, as ice particles come out of his mouth, saying, as Todoroki starts saying, that was close. If he got any closer, I might have been done for. as Todoroki decides to use his fire side a little bit, not to basically make flames, but to cool himself down, saying, "Sorry, Tokoyami, but I'm not gonna let you win this," as he's basically captured, as some heroes or some of the teachers who were watching decided to come and help out Tokoyami since he's already kicked out. But we move, as few people remained, as Goku fought another couple people, like he fought Sato, pummeling Sato to the ground, and he also fought let's see here. He also fought Kaminari and Mineta, as that fight was kind of funny. Not really too exciting of a battle since Goku could easily mop the floor with them. But yeah, Goku defeats those guys, and the last few remaining people were Deku, Goku, Bakugo, Todoroki, let's see here, Todoroki, and they had Momo and Uraraka. Uraraka and Momo were currently in the middle of the battle, or their own battle, as they're currently fighting it out, as Uraraka still does not have any close quarters combat experience since she hasn't gone to Gunhead's martial arts, and Momo has not lost her confidence, so her plan is set in motion, and she is working 100%. She's literally bullying Uraraka at this current moment, since Uraraka doesn't really have a plan here. Her option was to try and basically just touch Momo and let her float. That's her only option here, since that's her quirk. But she can't really do that, since Momo has taken objects out of the area and has planned ahead to take long-range attacks against Uraraka, since her close-range attack was just to touch her and send her afloat. So she uses some long-range combat skills and pushes her back until Momo finally gets an open shot, as she creates herself a little taser gun, as she's not really trying to kill Uraraka. She gets an open shot and fires as she tases Uraraka, as Uraraka starts getting zapped as she falls unconscious. As Momo breathes, saying, "I finally did it." As now we move back to the few people who are left, as now they all meet at the center, as Goku cracks his neck, saying, "Well, let's see. We got Todoroki, Deku, Bakugo, and Momo. So 4 people left." As he cracks his knuckles too, saying, "This should be fun." As Goku starts flying, saying, "Alright, you guys can team up or do whatever you want. You guys have to try and defeat me." As Goku would say in a more serious tone, saying, "And I won't be holding back." As Deku would have sweat drop from his forehead as he starts smiling, saying, "Dang it, this is gonna be a tough battle." As he gets into full cowling, saying, "Everyone, we have to work together to beat him. There's no way we can beat him alone. I've seen it, his full power. I've seen it. It's monstrous. I think he's even stronger than All Might." As Bakugo would widen his eyes, saying, "Even stronger than All Might, huh?" As Bakugo would say, "Fine. I wouldn't normally agree to this, but I'll agree just this once. Just this once, you hear me, Deku? I'll work with you just this once." As explosions start popping off from his hands, as Momo gets ready and creates some of her, basically creates a bow staff, as she basically says that she has a plan to defeat Goku, as Shoto also gets ready in his fighting stance. As Goku would say, "Alright, let's do this," as Goku would disappear from their sight. As he moves so fast, he goes behind Deku, as he goes saying, "Take this," as he basically kicks Deku across the face. As he gets sent to another building, as Deku would crash into multiple buildings. As Deku would cough out blood, saying, as he's barely conscious from that singular kick. He barely managed to negate the damage by moving back just a tiny bit to negate, 0.1% damage. Nah, just kidding, but he didn't negate any damage at all as he tried to. but failed in the process. So Deku got kicked into 2 buildings, as Deku was like saying, "Dang it, he's too powerful. That one kick got me," as he falls on one knee saying, "No, I won't lose, not that easily." As he charges up full Cowling yet again saying, "I won't lose, not like this." As Deku's drive and determination pushes him even further to use 8%, as he dashes out quickly. As while he was in there, Bakugo and Todoroki and Momo were shocked, as Bakugo would clench his fist saying, "Damn it," as he basically charges forward using his explosion saying, "Die!" As he explodes, or sends an explosion towards Goku. As Goku takes the brunt force of the explosion, Goku would basically come out of that thing unscathed and punch Bakugo with the right cross, punching him across the face. As he starts using his martial arts knowledge and starts going toe-to-toe. Not even toe-to-toe, because Bakugo can't keep up, but tries, basically just bullies Bakugo, basically using his martial arts abilities to basically turn this fight into what Gojo did with one finger Sukuna. Basically what Gojo did to one finger Sukuna, he basically bullied Sukuna. And that's basically what Goku was doing to Bakugo, but on an even worse level, as Goku starts pummeling him, and as he recreates that OG Naruto taijutsu move, as he basically sends Bakugo flying with that move, as Bakugo is completely incapacitated, as Bakugo coughs out blood saying, "Oh, I didn't stand a chance," as he falls unconscious, as Momo and Todoroki basically decide to make that plan, as Todoroki uses the heaven-piercing ice wall to basically separate him and Goku, as Goku would say, "This thing won't stop me," as he basically gets into a stance saying, "Ka-me-ha-me," but before he can finish that sentence, Deku would fly in saying, "Take this, Detroit Smash!" as he punches Goku across the face, as Goku would, basically take that full hit, basically get blown back a little bit, like 3 meters, as Deku would charge in yet again, trying to sneak attack once, trying to get another good hit in, as Goku would say, "That hit wasn't half bad," as he dodges Deku's punches, as he basically goes in and gut punches Deku so hard, Deku falls to his knees saying, "Ugh!" as Deku is winded out of his mind, as he looks up towards Goku saying, "Damn it, I can't lose," as he tries to get up, but it doesn't work, as Deku would say, or as Goku would say, "Well, that was kind of fun, but I'm gonna end this now," as he knocks Deku out by chopping his neck. As Momo and Todoroki got away for a little while, as Goku flies up saying, "You're hiding now," as Goku would say, "No more holding back." As he did say he wasn't gonna hold back, but that was a lie just to fire them up a bit. But yeah, as Goku would say, "I've had enough. I'm gonna finish you all here and now. So, Kaioken!" as he charges up his Kaioken, as a red burst of aura comes from him, as the whole city starts shaking at his power, as Todoroki and Momo would see that red light coming from Goku, as they widen their eyes saying, "No, no, no, no," as Todoroki would start saying, "Dang it, there's no other option," as Momo and Todoroki decide to create a one final attack to try to defeat Goku, as Momo would create herself an insanely large crossbow thing. Yeah, an insanely large crossbow. As Todoroki would, hold his grudge for a little while from his father. Unconsciously doing it. He just unconsciously awakens his flames, seeing Goku like this. He smiles, saying, "I'm gonna turn you into ash." As Todoroki basically, bursts into flames, as flames are emitted from, from Todoroki. As Momo loads up the crossbows, Todoroki basically covers that thing with flame and ice, and basically combines the two to the arrow, unconsciously doing this as he's fully in the power of adrenaline right now. He doesn't know what to do but to do this. This is the only option they have. So they basically charge up, or Todoroki charges up his flame and ice into this arrow that is made from a special material that can basically collect collect elements. Let's just say it's a special type of metal that not many find today or aren't even in existence. You know, it's because of the books Momo reads and stuff like that. But anyways, we move. As they're charging up their final attack, Goku would say, there you are, seeing seeing the flames of Todoroki and his ice in action, as he smiles, saying, finally, let's do this, as he basically flies towards them at blinding speed, saying, let's end this, as he charges up his Kamehameha, stopping a few, stopping 50 meters in front of them, saying, let's see if you can handle this attack. Kamehameha, as a blue light comes from Goku, saying, ha! As now, Todoroki and Yahirozu fire their elemental arrow, as they say, combination attack, elemental arrow, as they fire their arrow, their arrow at Goku's Kamehameha blast, as, you know, it would make some sort of clash in the middle, but in the end, it would basically get incinerated by Goku's attack, as both of them get caught up in the attack, as Goku would basically turn off Kaioken before hitting them, of course, to lessen the damage, as both of them get blasted back, they both hit the wall as with a crash, as Todoroki was laying there unconscious, and so was Yaoyorozu. As Goku would go back to the ground, float or levitate above the ground, as he smiles, saying, these guys are pretty powerful themselves. With a bit more training, they might be able to go even further than I ever did. As he smiles. This would be some interesting adventure. As I think I'm gonna end it off here, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. So make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it, so you never miss another new video. But with that out of the way, without further ado, I'll see you all in the next What a Scenario. Peace.